Good morning. This is my first edition of what I'm terming Monday Morning Quarterback by Antonio Merritt. This is my contribution to how we used to walk to school and talk about sports. And all my friends who understand that, who was with me and I was with them, this is a digital updated version of how we used to talk sports on the way to school, but I'm actually by myself. So here it goes. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to start off first and foremost with the Dallas Cowboy meltdown. Let me put it in perspective. Uh, the Dallas Cowboys would never win with Tony Romo as quarterback and Jason Garrett as the offensive coordinator. Two simple reasons. Jason Garrett, a former Dallas Cowboy ex-quarterback, physically inept quarterback, but a brilliant mind, lives vicariously through Tony Romo, who's physically gifted and has a very small mind, football mind, going forward. So the play calling that Jason Garrett gives to Tony Romo is one of a physically inept guy giving plays to a guy who's physically gifted to do things that the physically inept guy, Jason Garrett, wants to see Tony Romo do, the physically gifted guy. With this type of philosophy, hidden as it is, never discussed in the mainstream media, the Dallas Cowboys will never win with Tony Romo and Jason Garrett as the offensive coordinator and head coach. It is oil and water. Tony Romo needs to be in a strict environment like a Bill Belichick or a Mike Tomlin in order to win. Tony Romo cannot have the game on his shoulders, up a couple of touchdowns, because at that particular point, when you never win like Tony Romo, when you don't come from winning like Tony Romo, you take unnecessary risk, and this is going to continually plague the Dallas Cowboys. So, I love our offensive line play, except Doug Free at left tackle. He got to get his shit together. But Tyron Smith, Phil Costa is playing well as a rookie could be, in spite of last week's 4 snapped shotgun snaps, because someone allegedly was calling out the line cadence. He's still playing as well as a rookie could play. So, going forward, Dallas Cowboys are going to look flashy at times this year. They're going to win a lot of games this year. But as far as winning in the playoffs, it'll never happen with Jason Garrett and Tony Romo. Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers defense is looking a little old. Ben Roethlisberger is walking around this morning in a boot, but I don't think that's going to be a problem when you have backups such as Charlie Batch, Brian Leftwich, and one of my favorite backup quarterbacks who I think can start for anybody in this league is Dennis Dixon. So going forward with the Pittsburgh Steelers, I don't see them having a problem at the quarterback position. Of course, they're not Big Ben, but there's no major drop-offs where I don't see the Pittsburgh Steelers winning at the quarterback position. Where the Pittsburgh Steelers have problems is in that offensive line. That offensive line is banged up, chitty banged up. And the defense, again, is looking old. But with all that said, I still think the Pittsburgh Steelers will make the playoffs. And they will have an excellent season because Mike Tomlin doesn't play that shit. Homie don't play. And when you have a structured system with a determined head coach and responsive players, that equals winning. So I don't see the Steelers having such a large letdown this season. That was a tough loss to a tough team yesterday in the Houston Texans. But going forward, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers will be all right. Detroit Lions, how about that? Madison Avenue, over there in Detroit. Ford Field, got to be off the chain. 4-0. I know you guys celebrate when you guys are 2-0 or 1-1. 4-0, I know it's off the chain over there in Detroit. Congratulations, Jim Schwartz, for bringing some hope to that city, in my city. what can you say? Matthew Stafford healthy is as good as advertised. Uh, of course, uh, Nate Burleson, Calvin Johnson, Pettigrew playing outstanding. Javid Best playing outstanding. The Detroit problems is usually with Backus at left tackle, which that has been a problem for the Detroit Lions the last couple of years. Backus is getting old. He's been old. He holds a lot. He's having a big problem with rush defensive end. Jared Allen, ring a bell? DeMarcus Ware, does that ring a bell? He holds a lot. And they hold at the University of Michigan. I went to Michigan State. They teach how to hold at the University of Michigan. And Backus hasn't gotten that out of his system. The Lions can work that part of their game out. I see the Lions having a spectacular season when they hadn't seen in about 25 years. But congratulations, Lions. Keep that passing game going. And by the way, stop getting down in the first half by triple-digit points. You're not always going to be able to come back. You got to get off to a better start than that. You're not always going to come back. The NFL stands for not for long. And you guys are on film. And if you continuously give up 3 touchdowns or 3 double-digit touchdowns in the first half in every game, somebody's going to put 60 on you. So be careful. But great job, Lions, going forward. Carolina Panthers. The problem is not Cam Newton. Cam Newton is playing having a hell of a year for a rookie quarterback, for any quarterback. The problem with the Carolina Panthers is Steve Smith, their so-called team captain. He let them down in the Green Bay game. He let them down in the Jacksonville Jaguar game. He let them down again in the Bears game. Timely drops for touchdowns, and more importantly, drops to move the sticks. Steve, if Cam can't come to you as the veteran big dog wide receiver, then you guys have no shot. Stop talking, catch the ball, and stop making mistakes. I know you've never played with a guy like Cam, but you're playing with him now. Okay? Get your shit together, Steve, and come to the rescue of that man. I don't care how many yards you got this season and how many catches. It is your timely drops that is killing the Carolina Panthers. Keep your head up, Cam. Run that system. Keep that running game churning. You had a good running game yesterday with D'Angelo Williams finally showed up. I think you guys need to employ Jonathan Stewart a lot more. But I know you're giving D'Angelo a gang of money. But get that running game going. Take all the pressure off. Take more pressure off Cam. Cam, stop trying to do everything yourself. Run that system and you guys should be fine. New England Patriots, Oakland Raiders, great game. Jason Campbell, watch your picks. The Raiders, your defense, your pass defense is horrible. At rank 28th in the league. Nnamdi Asomugha couldn't help you if he was there anyway, as he's getting exposed in Philly, and I'll get to that in a minute. But Jason Campbell, watch those picks. If that keeps up, I know you're having a pretty good year thus far, but if that keeps up, Terrell Pryor will be there and be in there in no time. I'm not sure what he could do, but I'm sure it would be worth a shot by Hugh Jackson rather than have a losing season. But I think if the Raiders continuously go the way that they're going, in spite of yesterday's aberration, I think the Raiders will make the playoffs in the end. Hell of a running game. They got to get that pass defense together. Otherwise, they should be okay going forward. The Jets and the Jets and the the Baltimore Ravens. Hell of a game. Crazy special teams game. The problem with the Jets right now is not only are they able, that people are running on them. It was evident yesterday that they can't run on anybody either. So you guys got two problems. You're getting run on, and you can't run, and your special teams let you down. So Rex Ryan, you got major holes over there to plug, and I think you guys need to stop talking so much until you get those fixed. I'm not going to put everything on Mark Sanchez. What is a quarterback to do with no running game? Nothing. And I know you guys got some offensive line issues, but this is New York, and no one's trying to hear that shit. Get it together, and stop talking and play real football. Football is about stopping the run and being able to run. Get your shit together, New York Jets, and stop all that talking. The Giants, you guys look incredible at times. I'm not sold on Eli Manning yet, although he threw the most interceptions in the NFL last year. He's on pace not to do that this year. Those young wide receivers you got, Cruz, and of course Mario Manningham, and the plethora of others, Hakeem Nicks. You guys look awesome out there for the most part. You guys get that defense back. You get Jason Tuck back, and you guys get the OC back, and I see the Giants having a hell of a year. The NFC East is tremendous. Which brings me to the Philadelphia Eagles. Another collapse by the Eagles going forward. And I tell you what, Namni Asamoah is getting exposed in the East, NFC East. This is not the Oakland Raiders here, brother. This is not the AFC West. This is the NFC East. And let me tell you something, Nandi. We hit here. We hit in the East. Okay? We don't grass tackle. We keep our head up and we go through cats in the East, NFC East. You cats in the West, you grass tackling, and you come over here to the NFC East, and you have to tackle, and then when you get up and get the grass out of your face mask, you got to go back there and cover some of these bad receivers in the East. Okay, yeah, it's a tough deal. Okay, but you asked for it, and you're over here, and you're letting the squad down. The Eagles' run defense is atrocious. So I'm not putting it all on the pass defense, but when they do pass against that pass defense, which you guys know you can't stop anybody from running, it's just as easy as pie. Philadelphia, get your shit together. Minnesota Vikings. Donovan McNabb, I know they're calling for your head, brother. But the problem over there is you're not running AP. Adrian Peterson's nickname is all day. All day. That means run him all day. 25 to 30 carries a game. Donovan McNabb, you get your little 170, 200 yards passing with no interceptions and very efficient on third down. And that sounds like wins to me. All these cries for this Christian Ponder kid to come in as to take Donovan McNabb's job, to me is total BS. If he's a rookie, and if this veteran Donovan McNabb can't get this process going in that offense, I don't see what Christian Ponder is going to come in and do all of a sudden with the same receiving core and the same mindset from the offensive coordinator. If anything, if you replace Donovan McNabb with anybody, it should be Joe Webb. He's a veteran, he's mobile, and he has a cannon arm, and he knows the system. My predictions then is going forward will be Dallas Cowboys will make the playoffs but get knocked out in the first round. Pittsburgh Steelers will make the playoffs, get knocked out in the second round. Detroit Lions may make the playoffs. They will get knocked out in the first round. Carolina Panthers will make the playoffs and get knocked out in the first round. New England Patriots will make the playoffs and get knocked out in the second round. The Jets won't make the playoffs. The Giants will make the playoffs. And the Minnesota Vikings, of course, won't make the playoffs. The Raiders will make the playoffs. Pittsburgh Steelers will make the playoffs, deep into the playoffs. But it seems as if that it will be a repeat between the Green Bay Packers and it will be the Green Bay Packers, not a repeat. They'll be there again. But it'll be the Green Bay Packers versus the Carolina Panthers. So, there it is. This has been Antonio Merritt for Monday Morning Quarterback. See you next time. Move the sticks.